Cheers, aka Patters. We're at one of the big ones today. When it comes to the Spider-Man interpretations, because every single one of these inside pages, it's going to be a artistic interpretation or an era of Spider-Man from the comics going into the animation that is meaningful. We start with Steve Ditko. We're going right into John Romita, who kind of like just with the writing of the description for this one, it was just clear that he's the licensing one, like like the licensing model of Webhead, of Spider-Man, of our spinner here. All the licensing derives from John Romita, and that doesn't mean that modern licensing with modern people aren't emulating and copying his style, because we know they are. So we got some ideas here. My big difficulty here, my big delay is I don't want to use my pen for the emulation part of these panels. Now, I'm dealing with something very similar for Ditko, because we have kind of like these story element panels happening, and then we're like demonstrating the style of the time. Total excellence. What is up, my brother? Cheers to you. So here we have something a little bit similar, and I really want to show off a part of John Romita's career that at this point is absolutely overlooked and taken for granted, and that is his contribution to getting Spider-Man, and collectively at the time, the most eyeballs in human history. Like which was the newspaper strip. And him and Stan Lee did the newspaper strip for such a nice stretch that you can only lend, like, you kind of have to attribute that the newspaper strip was bigger than the comics, more meaningful than the comics, because so many of the average person, like as they call today, like the normies are the ones that absorbed the newspaper content, and he was the force behind that. And again, like, people just overlook this stuff. They kind of want to go, like, people just, when they talk about Spider-Man and his contributors, they kind of they want to do two things. They want to ignore Stan Lee, which is very, hold up here. I'm just trying to, why is my camera? Okay. Yeah, like, people want to ignore Stan Lee, talk about Steve Ditko, and talk about Todd McFarlane. And like, that's a, wait, what is this? Wait, hold up. Romita moves back in the pen and ink. Yeah, and that's the issue I'm getting. That's my big issue here. This needs to be brush, and anything is going to bleed. Like, like, we have a bleed problem because this paper is so porous. I have to figure that out, like, now, or we're not going to have much of a stream. We can try the brush pen, and we are going to try. You guys know, trusty old script brush and Black India ink. We have all those on cue. What is that? Hold up here. What are we? But yes, thank you for noticing. Almost one case. I've been spending all my current run of videos. It's like, oh my God, it's a blessing and a curse, because the points I make in a lot of these Marvel Kang Dynasty, a lot of these Marvel Cinematic Universe videos, these points that I make in these videos, I feel are real points. I feel like they're not vocal enough, and I feel like now's the time to say some of this stuff. Now's the time to take some of these positions, because they wasted a lot of time with Phase 4. But holy crap, it's a deluge of people. I've been spending more time dealing with comments than monitoring. So what? Yeah, where are we with subby subs? Oh yeah. 989. We need 10 more subby subs. I love it. Let's go. Yeah, but keep in mind too. I guess like is it a little bit of a confessional time? I just feel like on some of my responses I come off as a little too snarky and a little too rude, but it's a little bit different when people clearly aren't watching the videos and commenting on them and are just doing gut reactions from thumbnails designed to get a gut reaction. I guess that's part of the problem. Well, cheers to that. Juke Joint, what is up, my brother? We're working on John Romita. Are you familiar with John Romita, Juke Joint? Holla if you hear me. We're going to jump right in. We're going to get some John Romita reference on the phone. Because we have to figure out. We legit have to figure out how to solve this brush problem real quick. And then on top of that, I hate that when I search for John Romita Spider-Man, I get John Romita Jr. It is there's nothing worse than that. Not saying John Romita Jr. is not great, because he also is, but real quick, before we hit the inks, I have to trim down these shoulders for Webby here. And I gotta kind of get some of his leg, his thrust leg, we'll call it, in order. So one of the characteristics, and I kind of made this observation too with Ditko. Okay, it's they're less muscular. They're so much less muscular during this era, and it is tricky to nail that. Because you guys know I'm like 90s super exaggeration. That's my era. That's what I connect to. That's fun for me to draw. And I just feel like here, so we have this, right? But I just feel like he would feather this, like so. So it's not just the brushwork. It's really the feathering also. And every single Spider-Man artist has to have their own eyes. And I feel bad because I kind of wanted to have Roberto Ramos on this list, because I do love his version, but I can't think of any story. I can't think of any storyline. So that's a knock for, and that's a little bit of luck of the draw. But Roberto doesn't have the story pedigree that some of these other guys have, and you can make the same argument with Todd McFarlane. Todd McFarlane really doesn't have much. There's not much Spider-Man story at all, and again, that's probably blasphemous to some of the diehards. But I'll say this: his style is so penetrating that his style wins over the story, and that's almost that's a big point that that we make a lot. It is style over substance, and style over substance sometimes wins. People just have a hard time with that one. All right. I think we're good enough here. Like this is why we wanted a practice book. That didn't go too well. We had the practice book. We would have nothing to worry about. We could just practice. What do we have here, though? We got some commies. What's up, Juke Joints? Up 55, aka Patters getting together. Yeah, John. You know what? I refuse to do that. I refuse. I refuse to do that. I really do. I should be able to Google John Romita Spider-Man. Right? I'm sorry. I can't do it. All right. So let's just kind of get like a little bit of this. This one is so effing sophisticated, the sketchbook already. It's so much bigger than a year ago. So I'm going to do a couple things here. And you know what, too? Like, Romita he's got such a distinct way of doing eyes. And I'm already, like, botching that already. It's tough. It's when you're working small and you really don't have, like, the best option to replicate a style, which, my preferred option would be giant full size 11 by 17, but we're tiny here and we have porous paper, so it's troublesome. So the other issue here with the ink is going to be, can I color this? I really don't know. And John Romita, too, also has some of the absolute best comic book smiles of the time, of the era, of any era. Here we go. So, like, chipping away. Now, everyone, too, keep in mind, we try and target 30 minutes for these because I need to kind of go easy a little bit. But today was the first day that I woke up and, like, felt good. Like, no stomach issues today. No stomach issues for the first time all year. How about that for wildness? And here, too, we have Gwen, Stacy, and Mary Jane. So the other aspect, too, was, John Romita got this credit for being, like, Mr. Romance. Like, they're saying, like, his time on Spider-Man, it was essentially like a romance comic. That's what they said. No bleed. No bleed. Yes. Yeah. So he gets, like, all this, like, we'll call it, like, a label. He gets this label that he's, like, this romance storyteller. But it was also kind of like during a time where, that's kind of just like what they were doing within the comic. Like, they were pushing kind of like love interest and the love triangle, right. So again, like, right place, right style, right time. Like, he nailed the women down. So it's always combustible. There's always yes, yes. Like there's always reasons why if you it's so much easier to dissect why things connect and why they resonate and why they carry on versus when something's like almost like mid popular or not popular enough, and it's easy to kind of go into like, oh, Secret Wars. Like Secret Wars is popular right now for these reasons. Like I'm talking about the original. No one can tell you why Secret Wars 2, like, like no one can explain that to you, but they'll tell you why Secret Wars is great. Yeah, the paper quality is porous. It's loose. It's light. It's really not the best. But I just love the form factor because like this still feels like a comic. Like like it's special on that note. Yeah, and there's nothing more that I want than every single one of these style like versions of Spider-Man to look and feel different. And I believe we have Ifki. Can you confirm? Do we for the next Spider-Man we have Todd, right? We got the Todd father. Anyone out there? I practice what I preach, and nothing will sharpen your blade when it comes to drawing more than a sketchbook challenge. Nothing. So if you're out there and you're catching this later, it's never too late. Just start the challenge. Oh wait, you know what? I think I have black costume. If we have black costume, we're doing the Michael Zeck one. So part of what we're going to do here too, we're going to go back with some of these lines, and we're going to just like chunk them out, like add like a thick feather piece at the bottom, and that's just like, again, inking is simulating light. That's your job as an inker. You're supposed to help the artist, like trick the eye, make things more clear, and then like prep things for to get published, to get plated. Excuse me if I get quiet, because sometimes I get so into it, I focus. I wish I had like a little bit more. I'm sorry, my references here just fucking suck because I'm looking at Junior. I'm looking at Junior this whole time. I'm not looking at Daddy O. Yeah, so his Spider-Man eyes are like more they're more black. Like they're big black outside, baby white inside. He also drew like a great shape. Just like the shape of like Peter Parker's head or Spider-Man's head. Too good. See, and here too, I gotta bring this in like a little bit more, a little bit more of a tip to the jaw. Yeah, dude. Like, yeah, yes. Next is the Godfather. Oh my god. That's like that's. It's not like that's even a challenge. That's kind of. But let's see. So we'll have. Let's look at the panel though. Oh, we have nothing but big panels for Godfather. I almost just want to like do that, like do the moon, make him like right here, like jumping, very much like that Stephen Platt Spider Moon Knight, Mark Spector Moon Knight. I think 57, almost like ape that, like right here, and then do all the like McFarlane isms like around it. And then right here, that's the right. This is Star Brand, right, and then this is a Superman. So Superman's gonna be all like that's where like the having your like having your panels like pre-laid out. It's that perfect other layer of difficulty. But yeah, we're up for the challenge. The Godfather. Hey, like people don't talk about it this way, but I was there. I was there when Spider-Man 1 dropped. And like I was just a kid. Like you didn't follow like magazines, like you didn't know things were coming, and not until like you did later when there was like a little bit more of an apparatus to uh hype up comics, like stuff like Wizard magazine, Hero Illustrated. But I remember like going into the comic shop and seeing it and being what is this, and our Bill, the guy who owned my local comic shop at the time, he like he would just tell us, he'd be like, hey, you guys have to come back like next week, there's this big book drop in, like don't miss out, like make sure you guys like come. And as my mother and I, we would like be like, sure, like okay, like thanks, and then go to the comic shop, and no joke, there would just be a million people there. Kind of like at the time, the best thing to compare it to would be like you would have to go to Sears or like a Ticketmaster in like a convenience store and buy concert tickets. And a lot of times when you would go buy concert tickets, it was just like a mob scene. And things wouldn't work, and it would just be like nuts. And that's what it was like in comic shops during that time. So a lot of that, this like criticism about like the speculator boom and like like market manipulation to a point, it's 100% true, but it's not the reason why comics dipped. Comics dipped because they never had that audience. Like, you know, like the speculators, they weren't comic fans. They were just speculators. So why would you expect them to stick around? They're not designed to stick around. They're there to speculate. You know, and I just feel like sometimes when people take that position, yeah, like I don't want to say it's disingenuous, but there's a side of it that definitely is there's nothing no one could have done to stop that bubble from bursting. Like, that's the hard truth. Sorry, everyone. Just babble in here. So yeah, I think that's like it. This is maybe as good as we can make it, people. I really feel that. So now, like, some of this is going to be, what about the webbing? Because I feel like I've been ignoring the webbing. Sorry, I'm just butchering this foot here. Like, butchered that foot. Holy shit, I butchered that foot. I don't know if you guys can see that. Wind block. What? Wind block. What is up? Sorry, wind block. I was just stop by. Just wanted to stop by. Happy New Year, dude. Happy New Year. What's going on, pal? Do you know? Yeah, dude. Thank you. I saw your ink job too. Wind block. And look, wind block. Look, everyone. This is what you get. This is what you get when you become one of my online buds. Okay. Like, I don't give a shit. Okay. Do I have any of my documentation like this? See, look, I'll show you guys something. Okay. I gotta convert these into digital. Okay. If you guys want to see a little bit of a glimpse of what I do with the 9 to 5, I'm just showing you this. Okay. We're just kind of we're paraphrasing a very big project here. Okay. This is, again, needs to get digitized, needs to get distributed to a team. These are the architecture blueprints. This is my 9 to 5. I'm dedicated. I try and improve that situation as much as possible. I have friends there. You know, like, I have a whole other world. Part of my, like, it's almost like part of my daily existence needs to involve drawing, and I don't look at drawing as a profit center for me. To me, drawing is to get good, period. I don't care if you get paid for it or not. Okay, too many people are just hung up on getting paid to draw. Who gives a shit? Like, get good at drawing. Get good at something. This is Blood Pack here, okay? And we're not done with this, okay? We have to ink this. There's issues with this, like right here. But this is Windblock's book. and I don't know the character names. Like you try and research things a certain level before you draw them. I just kind of like I just wish there was a little bit more info about these guys that I could kind of learn about on social media. But the idea though is like this Windblock cares. Like he contributes. We support one another's channels. I want him to do well, like all that stuff, and I feel like we have a good amount of people now that like we're all kind of looking out for one another. And as long as you understand, like we're all in a 10-year battle. Like no joke. That's how long it takes. Okay. I say that a lot. It's going to take 10 years to build up anything on social media. But we're kind of in it together. And I want this book to get done, dude. Like, I want this Blood Pack book like done. I want my Gators book done. I want more Uzi Susie. I want Trial by Fire done. I want this fucking sketchbook done that I'm way behind on. Yeah, I got Superman next. Oh, wait. You have Superman next. So, okay. Boom, and then, yeah. Okay. Dude, I got so many ideas for Superman. Richard. Yeah, Happy New Year, Richard. Thank you, Richard. I miss you, bud. Really haven't seen you for a while. Yeah, we have block costume, but it's free range as far as style wise. Yeah, okay. So black costume's going to be Michael Zeck, and that's going to be tough to do too. Because again, Michael Zeck has like a perfect. His style is Michael Zeck, and it's not exaggerated. It's almost like a improved Romita style in a way. That's going to be tough. I'm all over here when it comes to some of these. Yeah, that's a J Babylon. Thank you. Yeah, dude. That was a great video, Itzky. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, doesn't the 9.5 now keep in mind too, during like real quick though, like during like some of this, we'll just do this. Like I said, this stuff needs to get drawn up in something like Microsoft Visio and stuff like that, right? But these are like my initial notes. This is kind of like the guts of like networking when it comes to like a wall, like a wall, and then where the connections from the wall are going, like here, and then this is like server stuff and server type traffic. So like like you can kind of see like it does logically kind of make sense, but yeah, you just gotta do it, people. Like like you gotta get out there and do things. I'm not a trained IT professional. I'm not a trained construction guy. I'm not a trained project manager. I'm not. Okay, but but I'm there, and then on top of all that, I'm literally some days I'm taking calls all fucking day, like all day. I'm taking calls. Oh, thank you, dude. Thank you. The 3 P's are passion, persistence, and profit. I'll take out the profit, Iffy. I really would. Yeah, maybe. Wait, hold up. What do we have here? Persist. I would take out the passion too. Let's just have the big P. Persistence. You gotta get angry. Get angry and hit it. Get angry and hit it, and get more angry and hit it again. That's the difference. That's the only thing you can do, believe it or not. Because here's the goofy thing. People around you, like it's a general rule of thumb of mine that people around you immediately are smarter than you, right? Like like they're smarter than you. Everyone is smarter than you. So then what? What happens at that point? So there's these other factors: being reliable, being aggressive, being proactive, being persistent, um, uh, owning up to your mistakes, moving on, not lying. Okay, those everything I just named there will separate you like 99% of the, maybe not 99, maybe like 95% of the pack, but you'll be that top 5% just by doing those things. And that's it. That is it. There's something real with that adage that what's it like 90% of a job is showing up. Because I deal with hiring managers and stuff too. Like like a lot of what I like the 9 to 5, it's cross-platform. It deals with a lot of different departments, a lot of different scenarios all the time. There's a lot of moving pieces endlessly. Okay. And like it's there's like no hiring manager or HR person that doesn't complain about people having to like rehire people. Like even today, even right now, I tell people all the time, like, you could probably move to Philly. I could probably get you a halfway decent computer job. I'll tell people that all the time. Because I know some of these managers, and they're desperate and they're frustrated. They're just, like they it's like futile almost. Like they spend all this time, they help headhunt, they help outsource people. They go through different like companies to like for people for like data entry, like all this stuff, and people just stop showing up. That's it. It's a little bit of an epidemic. I'm not joking. We got Gwen here. I feel like I would be done this if I was shut off for 5 minutes. Do you guys want to see what's directly in front of me? I'll show you guys. So like there's this other community Zen community project, and it's not the one that that I alluded to before. This is one that I really haven't spoken about, but give me 1 second here. So some of these like hair flips and curls, these are Peter-isms. We do have to work some of ourselves into our piece. Like check this out up here. So we're going to go back to this John Romita, and we're going to just stick with the micron pens on this right here, the micron number 5. But here we go, right here. Ready? Cosmo Cat. This is I kind of posted this earlier. These are the character designs for this right here. So I gotta work on those tonight. I really have to make progress like ASAP. This is like another Zen public domain character. And I work with this guy in Turkey. And he like I don't know. We talk a couple different ways, but he said, "What about Cosmo Cat?" And I just said, "Whatever." And he goes, "How about Cosmo Cat fights the big bad wolf?" Said, like, I'm like, whatever, like just whatevering my way through some of those conversations because I just want to draw. Like, I don't give a crap. But he sends me the story, and this is I think our 3rd collab already or a 4th. So that's what's immediately in front of me. What we got here? Yeah, the three-piece. Yeah, wind block. I'll ink my piece for you, but I know I'm not a I'm a tall order when it comes to inking. Yeah, dude. No, thank you. Wind block, you're great yourself, buddy. Wind block, pitch the comic. Let's let's hear about it. Because I really don't know. I don't know too much about the comic. Otherwise, I would pitch it for you. All right, so we're gonna work on John Romita here, and we might call it because I'm feeling pretty good right now. I'm feeling pretty confident on this page all of a sudden. Give him these big glasses, like these big 1970 like frames. I don't understand too how like the modern day like Marvel Comics just as a publisher doesn't do more representation of like past creators. Like like what like just, I'm talking about like emulating them like within the stories. Like where's that at? How come we're not doing that? We're doing it here though. Again, like we're potentially all of us, like anyone here that hangs out and watches this, we're potentially outthinking a billion-dollar corporation. How about that? Like, how about them apples? You guys like apples? Sorry, phone just went off. Why did that? I thought, yeah, I always think I have my phone muted and it's always vibrate. So what are we doing here? I'm sorry, people. Like, what? Once you pick up the phone, you cannot. It's hard to not go through your phone as soon as you pick it up. It's almost impossible. I'm feeling so confident on this freaking page here. I think I had the power of the AKA Pad Army. Like all you guys. So tomorrow, hey, do you guys want to see a little preview of tomorrow's video drops? Let me know because I'll go grab what I want to talk about. I'll preview it, and I know it's not going to get like a ton of views, but I got I got this golden goose that the entire like comic book review world missed, completely missed, and I don't know. I guess that exposes them a little bit too because I feel like YouTube comic reviewers, they review on analytics, like they're going through like feeds, they're going through like other means to determine what to talk about other than what they're actually reading, except for like Michael Troy. Michael Troy definitely is a lot like me. He just wants to talk about what he's like into. Tries to do some topical things, but like he's way more of a reader than almost every single reviewer. Period. So let me tease I have to tease these videos for you guys. And look, you guys remember, we need comments, we need likes, we need everyone to redistribute my videos. This is how we build it. This, and I don't know if you guys feel it, but there's a momentum right now in everything social media with AKA Pad, and a lot of you guys we're a part of it. We're a part of it, and we need our own audience so we can sell our products through. But real quick, let's get the let's see here. Full action 80s movie, superhero team, good guys versus bad. Okay, can't give away too much. Okay, Wind Block, that's bull. Give it away, talk about it. You gotta do it. You can't just skirt around. Like, you can't act like your idea is so good it needs to be secret. You can't. Boo, 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 boo. Yeah. Itzky and I were on the same page. I even see that. But marketing, yeah, it's a bad marketing scheme when Block. It really is. Yeah, so this is dedicated to all those guys. I get you. All right, so give me 1 second, guys. I need to go into my other room. But cheers, I'm going to bring some coffee with me. All right. Blah, blah, blah. Blasey, blasey. Let's get rid of this. But real quick. Holy shit, am I happy with this. I don't know why. I usually hate everything I touch. Okay. You guys know about this, right? Joker number 4. I'm going to do a little bit of a quick comment and analysis on current comic book work. Okay? Because to me, this is a little, it's iffy, okay? But you guys know about Pregnant Joker, right? Pregnant Joker is right here. This is all the hoopla. Video coming tomorrow for that. Already shot. When we're discussing this, we're going to bring this up. G.I. Joe 93. I just bought this today. Guess for how much? People, if the comic is in good condition, throw it away. Buy yourself, if you only buy reader copies and you focus on reader copies, you will learn. You will learn so much more than even buying a trade paperback. So we kind of transition, but then we get to this. Batman 130. This blew me away in a bad way. This blew me away on the level that it really, like, it makes me never want to go even. This even makes me not want to go into a comic book store, period. Like, not even supporting anything with the industry. So we got 2 videos coming tomorrow for sure. And then for my Wildstorm Wednesday, real quick, I really have to do these. I shot two intros to this in like the last month or 2. But we're doing the Wildstorm lingerie set video coming soon. I kind of wanted to do these as a live stream, but let's see. Okay, what we got here? How many personal books am I working on? TBF, Uzi Susie. I don't know. I'm drawing that fucking Gator book, by the way. We got progress there. Slow progress on Harry Penn. Harry Penn's like right here. We're redrawing this panel right there, if you guys can see. TBF is in really good shape though. We're wrapping up Heroes. I just gotta color these. Digital drop there. I don't know. We got a lot. Oh, and then I guess there's this one also. Where's this right here? And I'm not going to mention what this is, but we kind of know who this looks like. We got this and this one. I'm like, got like three. I got three separate stories in one edition. So people, just keep in mind, you guys stay active. The best way to learn to kind of I don't want to say learn to draw, but learn to be productive is you got to give yourself personal projects, give yourself personal deadlines. Maintain the ship, always practice, you have to be persistent, but you got to be obsessive about it, and find other people to work with. Like those four things. And you got to be open. All right. You have to be willing to put yourself out there. No one's going to steal your idea. No one gives a crap. No one's going to steal your idea. Trust me. No one cares. People, God, I love all of you guys. I really do. I love you guys so much. Let me get going. We'll pick this back up. Rock and roll.